Hi everyone, this is the 2-Minute Terminator with me, your host Ethan McKinley. This is episode... Oh god, I've forgotten the bloody episode. Episode 20, sorry. We're going from minutes 38 to minutes 40, and it's when the truck explodes in the storm drain, and John winds up the final part of the minutes, or 2 minutes, the 2-minute gaps bridging. Jesus Christ, Ethan, sort it out. With John poking the Terminator and going, holy shit, you're really real. Now, Ellie isn't with us right now, because she's in the doghouse, because she was meant to do a show tonight, but she hasn't bothered to call in. So we're going to call her now and find out what's up. Here we go. Calling now. Come on, pick up, Ellie. Pick up, pick up, pick up. Pick up.
Yo,
What's going on, Ellie?
I'm at home.
I see. You had a fun day playing silly buggers and ignoring the podcast you're supposed to present?
I haven't been.
What have you been doing?
Stuff.
What do you mean stuff? Only
Oh,
liars say
recording,
stuff.
aren't we? Are we recording before I fucking go mental?
Yes. It's the 2-Minute Terminator episode 20. Here we go. Welcome and hit the music.
So much.
Watch out for machines, they're unstoppable. Watch out for machines, they will rule the world.
What?
Nothing. Tra-la-la.
So, Ellie, apparently you're all
How are
fired up
you?
to go on the Terminator.
I am. It's been looping for the last 20 minutes whilst I've been trying to get you to answer my call.
We're already 10 minutes into the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we just thought you'd like to call in as a special guest, seeing as you've been fired.
Who's we?
Me and the listeners. The people who are listening
Oh.
to the show.
Okay, I see. So what minute are we going from and to?
It's episode 20, you mook. It's we're going from minutes 38 to 40. It doesn't matter. It's just the exploding truck, and it finishes with John going, "Hey, don't take this the wrong way, but you are a Terminator, aren't you?" That's the one.
Exactly, I've literally just hit that point.
Wow, you're amazing. You're all prepared
Wow.
and everything.
I am.
Weirdly, this episode has got the least amount of factoids attached to it and fact attacks, so it should be interesting.
It should be. We get a very nice close-up of the two stunt people that were meant to be Arnold Schwarzenegger and Ed.
Yeah, I was going to mention that because as they speed away from that famous explosion, which was done and live in real time with Peter Kent and John Connor's stunt double, who's Bobby Porter. If you want to Google those, you can go back to minutes 18 or go back 2 minutes back on any of the formats we record on, which is iTunes, SoundCloud. Or if you're listening to this years and years into the future, you're not listening to either of those because we've probably shut SoundCloud down because it's really expensive and they treat us like shit. And you probably, hopefully, have got this message on YouTube because it's free. Bless you, YouTube. We love you. Fine and dandy
Until they
service.
shut that down.
And you get a bit of video included as well. So yeah, if you go back to any of the episodes, you can click under those videos or any of the, while they're still alive, the SoundCloud and iTunes episodes. You can see all the facts and things and links that we mentioned in the shows. They range from disgusting memes with purple diseased vaginas to the resumes of...
The blue oyster, as you call it.
Yeah, the resumes of people like Peter Kent and William Wisher, of course. Whoop, whoop. So, yeah. So, basically, there are not many actual facts for this show.
Although, I would love to know what it is that Arnold Schwarzenegger uses in his hair. Because those spikes are staying pretty rigid.
They are. And also,
they look very good, and they're all very individual.
When you see the sunlight catching his hair, when John's about to poke the hole through his leather jacket and feel the blood, so he knows he's been
That's
shot.
not a euphemism.
His hair colour is this weird chestnut red. Now, usually, listeners or viewers, if you've got that kind of light casting through your hair, it means it ain't real. It means they've dyed Arnie's hair. I'm not sure what Arnold Schwarzenegger's actual real hair colour is.
Blonde, because he's a fucking Nazi.
Is it like a sandy blonde colour, I suppose,
I
right?
think so, yeah.
Yeah.
If you think back to Conan, and say like pumping iron, it's very fair. It's kind of like, it's almost mousy brown but dirty blonde, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess if he'd had hair that colour, he wouldn't have looked as kind of badass or menacing.
Because I think maybe he's got his natural hair colour in Terminator 1.
That's still pretty dark though.
But Terminator 1, how old is he? So he's 38 in fucking when he did Predator in 87. So go back 3 years. So he's 35. So here is like 6 or 7 years later. So he's 41 or 2 at this point.
Men really do get hotter with age, man. Like,
what now?
Says,
he looks like a bunch of knees taped together now.
In the first movie, like, yeah, he's obviously Arnold Schwarzenegger, but in the second movie, he's so much hotter.
No, well, I think that's the case with any famous person. Is I think when you're kind of like new in the business and it's your it's like anyone, isn't it? Go back to Beyonce when she started a career with Destiny's Child. Yeah, still good, everyone. I admit that. All right, I'll give you that. But if you watch her, or like any person of colour, see what I did politically correct, any person of colour in the media, they seem to get lighter.
Yeah, I know.
They become this media acceptable black, and I think the same with white people. They look less, they take away the kind of like awfulness about that person, black or white, and they kind of get polished with stylists and lighting. I think Arnie looks better with age, I think, because the budgets in the films got bigger. And I think obviously you had better people lighting and filming.
And techniques in makeup got better.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think he looks smoking in this movie.
Yeah, but sorry,
I would have poked his face.
Sorry, I leaned away from the mic because I was scratching my balls.
Nice.
I've got this technique.
That'd have been a nice sound effect.
Well, no, I've got this technique when I go to the toilet, when I go for like a wee. When you shake it off as a man, that does get it out, like all the remaining fluid. I think as a woman, you're okay because there's less. I suppose as a woman, the tube that leads from your bladder to your urethra to the front. Men have that, of course, but then we have one that goes all the way through a penis to the end. So you have to shake all the fluid out of that and squeeze it out.
Wow, so we've got science facts as well as Terminator facts.
Well, the worrying thing is when you're in a public bathroom, if you're there just yanking it for ages to get every drop of water out, you look like a bit of a freak and a weirdo. So I tend to just like shake it once, or just like squeeze my pelvic floor to shoot any remaining drips out. Yeah, but then obviously that doesn't always get out, so you get this like wee discharge, is like whatever. I don't know what it is. Maybe when the bladder relaxes, he goes
I'm so hot right now.
And the pelvic floor muscle shuts off the pipe, but then like it all runs out, so you get like a wet teaspoon of wee in your pants. It's really horrible. But unless you stand there shaking and yanking it for 10 minutes, you'll never get it all out. So what I tend to do is shake it out, especially when I'm at home or any public bathroom.
Back.
And then I wear briefs, everyone, yeah, get over it. Shorts are for losers. Couldn't think of a good analogy there. But then I just hang my balls and my dick out of my pants, outside of the leg of the briefs.
Keep going.
So if anything drips out with gravity, it doesn't. You just need it out of your pants for like 2 minutes. Just all the water will come out. Hopefully, it just hits the inside trouser leg of your trousers. And you're okay, because it's better to have it on there than on your pants, I find, because, you know, you just get like a damp end on your penis. And if you're not Jewish like me, you know, it just contains water.
Can I read the mailbag?
Oh, yes, we've got mailbag from fan favourite listener, our only listener probably, who writes in. He does more letters than John Nichols' art. Come on, guys, what's going on?
So our favourite listener, Spaldner, has written in say...
You can't reward one child and not another. You can't say that.
I can do what I want. I'm a co-host. Okay, here it is. And yes, Ellie, I have shot something. Lots of somethings.
My wife.
Ethan, to address your question about the man knocking on my door to take my guns, I'm 99.9% sure it wouldn't ever happen. But if it were to happen, I would go along with the law accordingly. Unless, of course, it's some sort of mechanical dictatorship, then it's guns blazing, push the Sundance title. I will send my shirt size and address.
What? It dresses as a cowboy? In old Westy style. You come running out of some like patina cracked villa / hut in Mexico.
That sounds amazing. I'm thinking kind of Dusk Till Dawn.
Paul Newman wouldn't be running out with you, Spalding, because he's dead. And Robert Redford, come on, we know that's a dye job. He's in his 80s.
He says, thank you very much.
Captain America arrested him. You know that, Spallner.
He can't reply. Although I'm sure he will write in. Thank you very much. And if you guys show up unexpectedly at my door, you'd be most welcome. I think that's really, really nice.
Thank you, Spallner. However, I do have some points I did.
Welcoming us with open arms.
There are some points I did actually want to bring up with relation to turning up to his door.
Okay, go.
I googled his address. I couldn't resist. He's such a man of mystery. At this point, I don't.
You googled his address. You're like uber stalker, Ethan.
Because
no one can stalk like you can. Seriously, it's fucking scary.
He intrigues me. His Facebook's completely blank.
You're the paedophile that can put his hands into a fucking screen and like touch the other person's fucking genitals.
Oh, Spalding wanted to go home with a shit-covered child 2 days ago. So what are you talking about?
That's my kind of guy. I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah, well, he's a man of mystery. I don't want to be his friend on Facebook now because it's gone too far to the point of what else is there beyond the Predator picture? I don't want to know. But I couldn't resist. I put his address in Google Earth. And it's a UPS depot, like a PO box thing. Like, it's not even his address. He doesn't even live, unless, like the Phantom of the Opera, he lives in the catacombs, either above or below the warehouse.
Oh my god!
Or he's a UPS man. He doesn't have to answer any of those things in any letter. I just like the idea that I know nothing about him. Even now, even though the ruse of getting his address with a T-shirt, still even more mysterious.
What a dude. What a fucking dude.
By the way, just to go off topic again, before we read the mailbag, I've got a casting update come to my computer looking for a male elf in Scared of Santa and the Elves. It's a TV show / documentary for US television for the Discovery Channel about people being scared of Santa Claus. This casting is to find actors to play roles as the real Lapland Christmas elves. Seems legit.
Give me your best Christmas elf, Ethan.
But please, Santa, why do we have to keep making all these wooden toys? Children play with plastic ones now.
How was that? Was that right?
You didn't get the job, dude.
Fuck!
I'm not sure that you're really channeling Christmas elf. I'm getting more Rumpelstiltskin or Rumpelfortskin. I don't fucking know.
Well, that's what you get if you wee in your own pants.
I wipe my own ass. I wipe my own ass.
With an elf.
A Christmas elf, no less.
So, what films did you watch today, Ellie? Seems we're like
Christ.
teasing out Spaldner's letter like nobody's business.
What movies did I watch today? Okay, so I watched Dirty Dancing.
Shit.
I watched Ghost.
It's alright.
I watched Roadhouse.
Love it.
And then I watched Rock of Ages.
What? I said watch Point Break. If you're going to finish the Swayze Canon quadrilogy.
Point Break wasn't on Netflix or Amazon Prime or whatever it is.
Yeah, you get it on a laptop on Putlocker and just put a USB cable, a HMDI cable in the back of the plasma TV and plug it into your computer.
Well, Bex thought that she'd blow my mind with some more fucking Tom Schmooze. I couldn't believe it. Everywhere I go, people are just pushing his fucking muggy little Scientology face in mine.
Because he commits. This is why he's good, Ellie. This is why he's the biggest movie star in the world. Even if the film's shit, he always elevates it, whatever scenes he's in. And he was the best thing in that film, wasn't he? Let's face it.
Yeah, he was. It makes me fucking sick. I felt like shaving my fucking eyeballs.
What was it like watching him doing Pour Some Sugar on Me on a massive TV?
It was like watching, like, you.
When he was wanking the beer into the crowd.
Or, like, your idea of who you'd love to be. I was watching it just like, fucking hell. I bet when Ethan first watched this movie, he had a stiffy so hard it ripped through his fucking leather trousers.
Personally think Tom Cruise or someone associated with him, an assistant perhaps, or a PA, saw me at Torture Garden dressed like that 5 years ago when that's the look.
That's it. That's the look.
Yeah. And, they threw a bit of Bret Michaels headband or Axl Rose in there, but, like...
And minus the gurning mess.
That's pretty much me. I don't get into those messes, Ellie. I just feel the waves of the music.
Oh, God, you fucking gimp.
Get to the letter.
Only someone that took drugs would ever say something like that.
And as I've led a quiet and blameless life and never taken any of those things that Ellie mentions, we shall move on to the letter section of the show. James Spallner writes in. Go.
To throw something in a little bit Terminator 2, I always found it hilarious, and I don't know why, when the T-1000 hits the overpass with the tow truck and his body just ragdolls around the cab of the truck.
I agree.
Just makes me chuckle. It would have been really cool if they'd have managed to make him splat all over the concrete.
I agree.
It would have been. And finally, Ethan,
That's
you
probably
are right.
another 20 million's worth of effect shots, though, to do that.
It is most definitely algae with a soft G, as in giraffe or George. When it's singular, alga or alga, algae is the plural of alga. Then it is a hard G, like Ellie says it.
So, hang on. I read that today and I was like, so what's right? Who's right? Algae or algae?
I don't know. I can't quite tell.
See, that's what I thought. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
so who's right?
Exactly the same. I was like,
Like giraffe with a G. Algae's like with a...
Spaldner.
Is it algae as in Warren G or algae as
Warren
in...
G. Don't try and make out like you're fucking down with the kids and listen to the hip hop.
I'm in the middle of watching Straight Outta Compton, actually.
Oh my god.
And I've just kind of outed myself as how I would have obtained that film by being still at home watching Straight Outta Compton. But
you wearing your hip hop
I recommend
shoes?
you go to your local cinema and
And
see
your
it.
hip hop trousers.
I actually got my hip hop trousers on, yes.
Of course you do.
But of course you do, Santa. You're Santa Claus.
Rock and roll would
Jesus,
throw up over
dirty
you right
me.
now.
So we still don't know who's right or wrong about algae.
No.
And who needs to know?
But we do have a lovely photo of Spaldner's gun. Little gunny.
What? Oh, an actual gun.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not his penis, you fucking sicko. The Beretta 92F. The F stands for Freightliner.
Oh boy, everyone had a field day with you saying that, eh? Everyone's been writing going fright nights. You douche.
Oh, and we also got that amazing picture from John Nichols as well, as me as a Down syndrome. That was
Oh
fucking
shit,
amazing.
I need to add that to the thing.
You have added it, have
I-
you not?
no.
Oh no, you put that on my actual Facebook profile picture.
Yeah, no shoulders and fat neck.
Yeah.
My only contention, Mr. Nichols, is you spelt Downs wrong. It's there's a magic E on the end of the N.
Oh my god.
Fact
Pew.
attack.
Pew 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 pew. I was about to say the spastic one. You're a bit spastic. The oh god, what's the fucking word?
There you
Dyslexic. That's it. I'm all movied out. My brain's fried. What are you doing?
I'm adding the fan art to the share, and then I'm going to put the Fright Night thing as the cover photo.
Oh god! You should put the gun up there.
I can't give people.
I think Gunny deserves some time up on the cover photo.
I can't give people credit on the 2 Minute Terminator page, even if they like or are friends of the page. When you write someone's name, it usually puts them so you can link them, so they can be alerted to the fact you've mentioned them in something. It doesn't work
Can't
on the
you just-
fan page.
Just put it in and then comment Nichols' name.
No, I have, but
No, I have.
oh, put it in the comments. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. All right.
that should work.
Good point.
Huxley Pig, what? So yeah, was there anything else you wanted to mention about this particular 2 minutes, or should we just carry on waffling about?
Oh no, there's
everything
lots
but-
to mention, Ellie. I did actually have no facts when I looked at it. I was like, oh shit, what am I gonna do? No, John Nichols, it still doesn't work. I can't tag you.
Oh what? Okay, well I'll give it a go too.
Thanks, John
What
Nichols.
what place do you think Arnie went to when John Connor had to fucking poke his face? It must have been a really weird scene to shoot.
I'm gonna wager.
Who's thinking about his next fucking political vote? Could I be the governor of California? Focus.
I need to post that Bill Burr bit about gold digging whores and Arnold Schwarzenegger being a great
Oh,
man.
the epidemic of gold digging whores. That's amazing. Yeah, that was pretty fucking awesome. But yeah, no, I just found that scene particularly weird.
Why?
And then him poking his fingers into the back of his jacket.
Poking his fingers into Arnie.
Yeah. Was he bleeding?
Well, I no, they don't really show that much, but I suppose you're supposed to intonate from that yes,
Yeah.
he is bleeding.
But also, considering John has... I mean, I know his mum's kind of warned him about this stuff, but he obviously didn't believe her. I would have thought he'd be more shocked at what had just happened. Like, they've quite clearly got some way down the road before he's like, right, okay, time out. And then he's like, so you're a Terminator, right? Dude, I'd be shitting my pants. Would you not?
Well, he kind of is, isn't he?
I'm looking for a Ray Finkel and a clean pair of shorts.
I'll
That's what I
bet.
would have been fucking
I'll
saying.
bet when they were casting that was one of the casting things he had to do.
Why? What makes you say that?
Because it just smacks of audition piece.
Oh, okay.
Because it's like his reaction. You go like, right, okay, Edward, you've just got off the Terminator's bike and you've got to act like surprised and shocked because your mother for years has told you this man exists, and you're going, you crazy bitch, you've been in a mental institution. So that's completely negated all the things she's ever taught John to be, and then all of a sudden, this thing that he thought was like a story and a myth and a legend and a bunch of fucking horseshit from a crazy woman is actually manifest and real. And I'll bet you, as an actor, that's one of the things they asked him to do. Convey
Well,
the
if Ed Furlong has ever listens to this podcast, if you could let us know, that would be really interesting.
the surprise and shock.
What do you think Cameron wanted to convey when he makes the tyre roll out of the explosion?
It's just a. I'm not sure what the term is in movie making, but it's like a. It's an extra. It's like an extra flinching moment, isn't it? It's just like, oh, here he is, and he goes to shoot it, and it's like a dum dum, isn't
shock
it? It's
tactic.
Well, it's like a faux scare, isn't it?
Yeah, faux scare. Oh, darling. I think it also shows as well that the Terminator is like ready and on the ball. Like he's never quite.
Also,
he's very
I remember how I felt about this scene because there was so much made about this film. It's the most expensive budgeted film up to that point, and we'd seen what the T-1000 could do before any of the previews, as they've done with all the Terminator films. They ruin any surprise with any of the kind of the twists of the story. I thought that tire was the T-1000 pretending to be a tire. Ellie, I'm going to say this for both you. It would make sense, though. And I think it would still work in the movie if the tyre... Why is that so funny?
How old were you when you first saw this movie?
What was it? 16, 17, 15?
Oh my God.
15.
Why would he have turned into a tyre, dude? It's not fucking Fantasia.
Because he's trying to escape the blast and not be seen. And if he gets clear of the fire, because it might not be good for him, he doesn't know that. He just like, I pretend to be an inanimate object rolling out of the blast zone.
Yeah, but can he be an inanimate object?
Yes, he just can't form complex machines, knives and stabbing weapons.
I don't know, dude. A tyre's made out of rubber.
Guns and bombs have chemicals,
Guns
moving
and
parts.
bombs.
Chemicals, moving parts.
And guns and bombs. Sounds exciting.
This came up in a podcast today. Who would win out of the T-1000 from Terminator Genisys or the T-1000 from Terminator 2?
Oh, Terminator 2.
Why?
Definitely. Because Robert Patrick's evil. Listen to the music they play when he's...
Listen to the music, Marge. She's evil. Yeah, but the Asian T-1000 from Terminator Genisys, he can like chop his arms off and he can chop his arms off and throw them as like javelins or spears.
He could have just used Chinese torture tactics, put a metal bin on his head and just drip water on it.
Actually, that's proved to be real. Mythbusters did like Chinese water torture.
Yeah.
And it just drives you fucking doolally tap, apparently.
It would do after a while, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Why? Who do you think the Chinese one would win? My money's on Robert.
Well, we didn't really get much to see him much in the actor's defense. Maybe it was just the way the film was done. But he didn't really get a chance to kind of shine in a sense that, you know.
Talking of shining, though.
Shine, Jesus, shine. Show us how to live our lives.
It's never time for gospel songs. It's the first time we see the T-1000 like all in his silver get-up, just as a kind of metal thing, right?
What?
This is the first time that we see him when he's all just metal, isn't it?
Yes.
So that's quite an important moment. Coming out of the flames, it's almost like a phoenix from the flames, but it's not quite so.
Well, it's one of the classic special effects shots. It was one of the first, like, I guess, keystone or touchstone times when people were like, wow. I mean, I suppose before Jurassic Park really took it to a next level. Yeah, him walking out the flames was like probably the most famous special effect up to that point.
Do you rate that special effect though in like modern times now? Do you look at that and think, you know, considering the time or whatever, they actually did well, or do you think it looks really dated now? Or...
I think it still looks good now. The only thing I will say is the walk is slightly off in the sense that his feet make like too much contact with the ground, as if they're a little bit like stuck to the ground, but it still looks really good.
Yeah. No, I think it looks awesome. And I like the way it kind of transitions and it goes when he goes back to kind of like looking normal.
I wonder if it makes in the universe of in the real, I guess in the movie universe of Terminator 2. Sorry, listen, snorting.
The Mooniverse.
In the Mooniverse of this movie, do you think he makes that ripply electronic noise when he transitions from forms?
I hope so. I'd like to think so. Oh, dude, when they pull down the when Arnie
Pants.
and John pull down the road and they park up, there's
pull each other
some
off.
pretty kind of. Yeah, totally. Oh, God. No, because that reminds me of that really shit Terminator porno that you found, and we were hoping that something good was going to happen. It never did. There looks like a pretty cool car that drives past them as they're parking up.
Let's have a look.
It's almost kind of like, it's like a cheap spin-off of the Blade car. But it still looks pretty fucking badass.
The one that drives behind them?
Yeah.
That's a Trans Am. That's the Knight Rider car, you idiot.
Oh, it's Knight Rider.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's a Trans Am.
I am the Knight Rider.
I know. It could be a Corvette. I can't. But I'm going to say
Could be
it's.
a fucking Corvette.
I'm going to say it's a Corvette.
What do you think, Spaldner, Nichols, Josh?
It's either a Porsche, a Trans Am, or a Corvette. I think it's an old Porsche.
It looks pretty cool.
No, I'm gonna go with Corvette.
No, he's using the forecourt to turn around. He thinks he's Rod Stewart.
Anyway, the people behind that amazing special effects shot, the T-1000 transitioning, who the idea, of course, came from, and the kernel of that was from the Abyss with the water tentacle with the human faces and things.
Oh, wow. Fuck, yeah.
That was the first kind of experiment with that, like that plasticizing liquid and making it like look as if it's part of the scene. So the Abyss was the first thing. Obviously, we mentioned morphing, which also is an incorporated algorithm into this, which was developed for Willow, really, when Finn Rizal...
Willow, use the wand on that troll.
Use the one. Incorrigible.
Yeah, so that was morphing when they transitioned between loads of animals, and then finally finished with Patricia Hodge.
I'm a
So
young
is that
and
like-
beautiful woman.
So is that like a difficult... would that be like a special effect that would cost a lot of money, or is it simple to do?
So if he does this right, what do you look like? I'm a young and beautiful woman. Concentrate, Willow.
Answer my question.
What?
That kind of special effect, is it easy to do, or is it like costly?
I imagine it's easy to do now, but then obviously it
No, I
wasn't.
mean at the time.
It had never been done. No, I can't remember how the computers were running, but they were like, it was taking like so many like weeks for like so many seconds of footage to get like rendered and stuff. So yeah, it took a really long time to kind of do. I think some of the things that have looked dated, sadly, are the Stan Winston special effects. I
don't know. I still watch this movie and totally appreciate it though. I mean,
Oh, it
if I
is.
saw it in a movie, today, you'd be like, "What the fuck?"
It still looks
But I
good,
think
and it
for-
still
yeah,
looks.
it still looks awesome.
Still think, like I said before in the last few episodes, it still looks very modern. It doesn't look like a dated film in that sense.
Yeah.
Like the color palette and stuff, and the way it's
Yeah.
shot, it's very clean. But anyway, one of the people behind, or I guess the boss of all these special effects, is Dennis Muren, who's a weird
Who's
mad
that?
scientist-looking guy. He works for ILM. He's one of the first people that like began ILM when George Lucas got Star Wars.
And what's ILM for the noobs out there? Like me?
Industrial Light and Magic, the most famous special effects company in the world. There are others, of course, like Weta, who.
Oh my god! I'm so sorry. I've just remembered Craven died today.
Cravendale. He did. Rest in peace, Wes Craven. Wes.
Yeah, no, fucking very sad news. He was a great horror writer, wasn't he?
He had some good films, yes, but there was a lot of dross.
There was a lot of dross. He kind of went very kind of teen horror movie kind of thing, but no, he definitely played his part. So yeah, kudos to you, dude.
Deadly
Okay.
Friend being, one of the weaker ones in his canon.
What's that? Oh my god, John Nichols has replied to your comment.
Yeah, I'm lisdistic.
I'm lisdistic like you. I love it when we get live feedback.
We do. It's good live feedback in the middle of the show.
You are live. I'm typing. Oh my god, this is so exciting.
John Nichols is piping.
His nipples are piping.
Right, yeah, Wes Craven. He did Scream, of course.
He did.
He did Deadly Friend, which is the 1988.
Yeah, what's Deadly Friend?
It's a bit like Frankenstein. He brings his friend back from the dead. Kirsty, God, what's her name? She played Buffy the Vampire Slayer before Sarah Michelle Gellar did the TV show. Christy Swanson. Oh, beautiful girl. Whew, amazing. Not so good now, sadly.
Christy Swanson.
Swanson? Samsonite.
Swanson?
I was way off.
Samsonite.
Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street. He did, of course, the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. He came back, obviously, for the third one to direct.
Oh, he did The Hills Have Eyes, didn't he?
He did Scream 1, 2, and 3.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
He did the Nightmare on Elm Street, as we've said 40 times already. He did
Nightmare
some
on Elm
Twilight.
Street.
Yeah, that one. Twilight Zone episodes. He did Shocker, which isn't really that good, with Mitch Pileggi, who played the boss in the X-Files.
Oh, he also did Nightmare on Elm Street.
He did People Under the Stairs with Everett McGill, and Everett McGill, of course, is famous for playing Stilgar in Shergar. No, that's a racehorse. Stilgar in the movie Dune as one of the lead Fremen.
Oh, Dune, yeah.
And also, and most brilliantly, he played Casey Ryback, baby.
Casey fucking Ryback?
Steven Seagal's nemesis in Under Siege 2, Dark Territory.
Oh my god.
Casey fucking Ryback.
Casey fucking Ryback?
You need to watch those two films, Ellie.
Yeah, no, I'm going to watch it after recording this podcast.
He did Swamp Thing, which isn't that great.
Swamp Thing, I've heard of that as well. Have you told me about that?
I don't know, the Swamp Thing 1 and 2, and with Dick Durock, who played obviously the Swamp Thing, and Adrian Barbeau is in there with the amazing boobs, who was in The Fog and Escape from New York, who later became, was it John Carpenter's wife? Great body.
Good body.
So yeah, Stranger in the House, not seen that. Chiller, that was about cryonics, which was a big thing back then. That was a pretty good movie. Scared the bejesus out of me when I was a kid. You should seek that out, Ellie. So that was a pretty good one. But yeah, Deadly Friend wasn't a fan of. Swamp Thing's not that great. Shocker, yeah, middle of the road. I'm shitting all over Wes's crews, and he's not even cold in the ground yet. Sorry, Wes, I'm only kidding. Red Eye, not seen Red Eye.
Man, it's so sad.
He did Vampire in Brooklyn. The Eddie Murphy vampire film you've not seen. Oh, and Ellie, this is one you might like to watch. Wes Craven's 1991 film, People Under the Stairs, with Everett McGill, I just mentioned from Under Siege. It's about like a creepy family who were like... It's just like... I've not seen it, but I do distinctly remember it because Everett McGill's in it in like an S&M gimp outfit for much of the film.
Oh my god, that sounds so up my street.
So there's some sadomasochistic bondage element to it.
Nice.
And I'll send you a link to a picture on Viber now, and you can see Everett McGill in his bestudded glory. Everett McGill studied at RADA, of all places.
Where's RADA?
The Royal Academy of Dramatic Art in London, the most difficult, I guess, maybe drama school to get into in the world.
Did you apply there?
I did, and then when the audition came up, I actually bottled it and didn't go.
What? You bottled it?
I know. I wasn't...
Oh, dude.
I know.
How old were you? Were you young?
Oh, yeah. I was like, was it 18 or 19?
Oh, my God, dude.
Sweet, innocent Ethan.
Fucking hell. Did that ever exist?
Not anymore. No, it's just sad, unconfident Ethan, who has a podcast that 3 people listen to, and we're 2 of them.
You don't even fucking listen.
I do. I do. I listen back as I'm doing them. And then I often go back to the pages and go, oh, we've had an extra listener. No, it's 3. And then you go, oh, no, I just sound tested it 3 times, didn't I?
Oh, no, I just pressed play. Fuck. Listeners are getting so much more interactive, though. It's amazing.
They are. It's getting better, I guess.
We still don't know what fucking Spolder looks like.
Don't want to know. Now
But you do now know that he's either lying to us or he lives in the UPS fucking the depths of.
I like to think, even though he denies it, he's a militia person who has a load of guns instead of a giant church organ, like the Phantom of the Opera, and he lives in the roof of the UPS depot.
That could also be the
That's what I think.
Case. That's what I think. Prove us wrong, Spaldner.
Prove me wrong, kids. Prove me wrong. Anyway, on back to Dennis Muren, who was running the ILM project at the time. He did many projects. Dennis, of course, looks like a mad scientist. He did the AT-AT walkers, the AT-AT walkers at the Battle of Hoth. Does that make any sense to you, Ellie?
No, not at all.
All right. He was an effects technician on Flash Gordon.
Okay,
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I take that back. Ooh, sexy. Flash Gordon, the porn version in 1974.
Fuck off.
He was an effects assistant on the Gene Wilder Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. He filmed The Mothership in Close Encounters of the Third Time. He did the special effects, the awesome still special effects of the Battlestar Galactica 1978 TV series, which is still better than the remake TV show. The Empire Strikes Back, Dragon Slayer. He did the dragon in that. E.T. the Extraterrestrial, visual effects. All the Star Wars films. Indiana Jones, The Temple of Doom. Young Sherlock Holmes that we shit all over like 2 episodes back. Captain EO, the Michael Jackson Disney. Is that still at Disney World, Captain EO? It can't be. It's like a 3D short film, like interactive thing.
Surely not.
Star Tours, he did visual effects, which I understand they've redone now, so it's completely different. I've never been to Disneyland, listeners. I always wanted to go. It was always my dream. As a one-parent divorced child, that was never actually the case. I went, sadly, to Universal Studios. And
Should I get out the world's smallest violin for you, Ethan?
Well, when I was in Los Angeles, I went to Universal Studios. And as I was going in, I was like, I had like a heavy heart. 'Cause it was like, oh, it was always my dream to come here as a kid. And I'm going in on my own. My mum's not with me. And it was really small and not as good as I built it up in my mind to be. Jaws ride was fun, and the Psycho House was cool, but there wasn't really a lot to it, really, sadly. Anyway, back to Dennis Muren. Inner Space, Empire of the Sun, Willow, Ghostbusters 2, The Abyss, Terminator 2, Jurassic Park, Casper the Friendly Ghost, Twister, Deconstructing Harry. What the fuck was that? Star Wars Episode 1, AI, Artificial Intelligence, Star Wars Episode 2, The Hulk, War of the Worlds, Super 8, Paranormal Activity. Unbelievable.
And breathe.
Well done, Dennis. Now, 2 minor footnotes I've made in my notes. The other 2 people that worked on this, many special effects, visual effects people, but the 2, I guess, famous people at ILM. The next person down is Steve Spaz Williams, Spaz in brackets.
Spaz Williams!
And he worked on Jumanji Eraser, Arnie film, of course, from '96, Jurassic Park.
Which we also shat on.
Terminator 2, War of the Worlds, the TV series with Richard Chavez. You know who Richard Chavez is, Ellie?
No.
He played Hawkins in Predator.
Oh, do you know I'm like fucking
She don't make sense, man. He says the jungle came alive and took him. Even though I said that as a black man, it's actually Richard Chavez's line.
Is he
I was doing Richard Chavez's lines as Carl Weathers, as Apollo. And I just mentioned Steve Spaz Williams did the effects for Spawn. Now, Spawn, the 1997, I guess, action superhero movie, which is, to be fair, it's a bit shit. But some of the effects are good. The Violator is really awesome. I still think he looks good. Nicole Williams in it as the Obi-Wan kind of character.
Oh, I love Nicole Williams. He's awesome.
Who's Nicole Williams, Ellie?
He's in Excalibur.
Ha! Talk is for lovers, Merlin.
Exactly. The movie
that was
you
my
won't
acting
fucking
voice.
watch.
No, someone on the team of Terminator 2 is Mark A.Z. Dippé. Now, yeah. Or Dippé. I've put a link under the YouTube channel. He worked on obviously Terminator 2, of course. But the funny thing is about Mark, he struck out away from the special effects world, and he directed Spawn. It was his first film.
Spawn.
Yeah.
Never seen it.
It was a massive flop. Michael Jai White's in it as Spawn. He's all right. God, what's his name? Martin Sheen, Emilio Estevez, and Charlie Sheen's dad is in it as Jason Wynn, the bad guy. I think he's pretty good as well. You'll know him, of course, Ellie, from The Dead Zone, where he plays Greg Stilson.
Indeed.
The crazy presidential candidate. Yeah, but I think because the film failed, what happens to a director if a film fails at the box office? You go to a thing called director jail.
What the fuck is that?
You kind of get ousted from the movie business or ostracized in a sense. If your film failed, no one's ever going to take a chance on you again. So you either kind of like quit or you go back into whatever field you came out of. In Mike A.Z. Dippé's case, he went on to and continues to do visual effects. The last thing he worked on was 2012's The Tooth Fairy. So maybe he's retired, I don't know.
Oh, wow.
But up to that point, he'd done Spawn, and then nothing happened till 2004, and he did a film called Pixel Perfect, a TV movie. And then he just keeps making TV movies and shorts and videos, basically, right up until 2012, when he does Reef 2, High Tide, which is an animated film. And that stars, let's have a look, Audrey Wazowski, Busy Phillips, Matthew Willig.
Voiceovers? Because I was going to say if it's an animation.
The only person I can see here that I've heard of is Rob Schneider, Jamie Kennedy. Okay, that's not too bad. And Andy Dick, your favourite. So yeah, he's that's what he's done basically. But no, I thought Spawn was okay. It was a bit patchy, but yeah, there's some nice moments in Spawn. Well done, Mark.
Nice moments in Spawn.
Well, everyone kind of shit all over it at the time. And the next thing I'd like to mention is when they do speed away, as you so rightfully pointed out, Ellie. That's clearly not Arnold. That's Peter Kent and Bobby Porter, looking nothing like Edward Furlong. And I suppose Peter Kent looks a little bit more like Arnold.
I know. It's so shit. But yeah, no, it just adds to it, doesn't it?
It does.
It does indeed.
We've got quite a fact-packed episode out of this, more so than we've ever done before, and I made no notes for it whatsoever.
Then you should always do it this way. You see, you're always better when you're not planned and off the cuff. That's why you should do stand-up, dude.
Did you just say planned enough to come?
Whose mind's in the gutter tonight?
Mine.
No, I didn't, Ethan. I wish I had. That would have been a lot funnier. Dead air, Ethan.
Dead air. Well, I have been filling it for 41 minutes.
I know. I'm kind of in like absorption mode. I'm just absorbing all this information you've just divulged.
Isn't she? Slut.
Did we hit the music, by the way?
What do you mean?
Oh no, we did. I remember you saying hit the music. I couldn't remember if you'd hit the music or not.
Oh. Yeah, no, well, I said it off air before we began.
You're such a dirty liar.
Yeah, no, there was lots have happened before we rang into you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did you do?
What do you mean?
What happened before you called me?
What do you mean?
That's all right. I think things are getting lost in translation.
Oh, you'll have to listen to the show.
Oh, okay. I look forward to it. Oh, you're such a dick.
Did you mention that the sunshine was nice in that back alley when he's talking to Arnold?
Why?
Because the alley scene was filmed in the San Fernando Valley, and it's at a time that cinematographers or photographers will call the magic hour, when the sun's going down and it's just right, and there's this lovely like amber or orange hue to everything. It's a nice soft light, basically.
It is, which is probably what makes his hair look kind of like a Albany red.
Albany red.
Albany red. Autumn sunrise, let's call it that.
And if anyone are listening, or you, Ellie, have ever been interested... God, I'm fact-attacking without... These are actually facts I've mistakenly put into the next 2 minutes, but I shouldn't have, because they are all from this 2 minutes. T-Model 101 T-800 Terminators would all look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, according to James Cameron.
Oh, really?
Yes. Model 102 units, which we've never seen in any film, including Salvation, would look like someone else, apparently.
Well, that's useful.
According
something that's never been and
according
ever
to
will
Arnold.
be filmed. Oh, is this according to Arnold?
I mean, not Arnold,
James
sorry,
Cameron.
according to James Cameron. Got him.
I think you need some more sweethearts, dude.
Well, they're at your house. I left them there when I fucking came to record that podcast.
You left them here?
I left them here.
Oh my god, you did.
End the show. I want to be alone with the sweethearts.
Yeah. See you later, mate.
Well, we've done a 45-minute episode, Ellie. We should have split this over 2 shows, really. It was so action-packed, but it was a good one.
No, what a good one. You were fucking on fire.
So, yeah. Oh, by the way, the T-shirt thing. Why Spalder sent me the address, I have no idea. Because Ellie Spalder is the one who actually lives next to the t-shirt shop. I have forwarded your address and details though, so worry not. But he says it's an extra large t-shirt. By the way, John Nichols, if you are listening, you haven't been forgotten. I did think we should send one to John as well for his lovely fan art. So you'll be getting one too. If you want to inbox me your size too, yeah, send your size and your address, and in the next few weeks we'll get one printed up. I will preface this by saying it may take 6 to 8 weeks to get to you both, which will buy us lots of time.
Where does John live?
Midlands, I think, by me.
Oh, it shouldn't take that long.
No, but it's getting...
America will take longer.
My concern... No, it won't. It's just my concern with the t-shirt size is that if a double... Is it triple XL or double? Triple XL. I'm not sure England does one. I don't know.
There must be.
Because the t-shirt shop that printed our shirts didn't go that high up in the sizes, did they?
That's all right.
So
I'll find a way.
Can you find out the brand of the t-shirt they print on? Because it might depend, I don't know.
It's okay. I'm sure I can source a t-shirt somehow. They say that you can take your own in.
Oh, can they? All right, easy.
Yeah.
I'll get one from Primark or something.
You leave it with me, darling. I'll get a t-shirt sorted out.
Okay, well...
yeah. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Yeah, thank you for listening, listeners. I will put this up as soon as, and we'll be
we'll
back tomorrow with another episode.
He's been speaking the whole fucking time.
Did you think you weren't going to do a podcast today, then, Ellie?
Huh?
Did you think you weren't going to do a podcast today?
No, I knew I was.
Oh, okay.
I said to you earlier, yeah, I'll do it.
Did you fall asleep and forget? Because you've been a bit, forgetting a lot of stuff in your life recently.
No, not at all. I was at a friend's house merrymaking, enjoying a Monday off when I'm normally at work, and we were just on a massive movie marathon. And then the last movie didn't finish till quite late. And then you sent me through a message, and I was literally just leaving.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was coming home, and I knew what I was doing, so I do apologise I was late. But I'm here nonetheless.
We will be back tomorrow, listeners, with episode 21. So there's probably not much happening in that in terms of facts, but we'll fill some air with a bunch of crap. John Nichols, send me your address and size, t-shirt size, and we'll try and get these t-shirts out to you people.
Oh my god, it's getting exciting. Merchandise, dude.
You must wear them every day until they rot off your bodies.
I've worn mine 3 or 4 times now.
You must walk around every mall and sci-fi convention, Spalder and Nichols, not only wearing the t-shirt, but telling everyone about the show.
And how fucking awesome it is.
Go to Walmart, cause a ruckus, just make noise, just walk around naked in that t-shirt with your balls hanging out so people notice you and go, God damn, look at that t-shirt he's wearing, Martha.
And then when you get arrested and you go into prison, you can tell all the inmates there as well.
In your press conference after being arrested and you're on ABC Nightly News, wear the t-shirt.
Our very own product placement, like it.
Just, come on. At least you
and
can
I'm going to gorge on sweethearts, so sugar coma awaits.
Thank you for listening, guys. We will be back tomorrow with episode 21. I've been Ethan McKinley.
Hasta la vista.
Baby. I get to say that, you little shit.
What do you want?